Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks and just playing around. I'm not saying you'll ever do this, but it'll maybe kind of show you some things the way I think about things. I made a couple of videos on how to reduplicate this. This is a little bit different. We're going to use the artistic media tool. First of all, I drew an ellipse, and if we go to Windows, Docker's properties, you can see that my ellipse is 100.04 big. Long the line is at. We can actually probably make it 199.25. And now we're at 99.9. We're probably not going to get any closer to that. So I'm going to make it a line, a 2-point line holding down the control button, and make it 100 inches long. Now we need to take our shapes that I used yesterday. I'm just going to borrow some of these. And I'm going to say, I'm going to reduplicate. I'm going to ungroup them. And I'm going to set that one right there. I'm going to go ahead and take one of these and put it right there. Might not need it. I want to put this one right maybe on the edge of that node right there. Now we're 100 inches long, so I can take that one and I'm going to set my nudge factor on 50 inches, and I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard and then mirror it the other way, or move it so now it's 50 inches away. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take another one. I'm going to take my nudge factor, set it on 25. I'll make a copy of this by hitting the plus key. And then move it 25 inches. I'm going to go ahead and change this shape. You know, here's a little good deal. We've made it 97.8, so you could make it, 94.5, or you could do some other things, but we're going to go ahead and make it, with our ratio lock, we're going to make it 45.2. Now I'm going to Control D and mirror that, so it's going the opposite direction. Now, I want that to be in the center of the line, and it's not because I mirrored it. So what we can do is take our line, take our shape tool, and probably have to cut our line into or turn our line into a curve. Let me make sure I've got the line. Well, so I'm going to select it all. Oh, the node's already there. I'm going to put one node, which will be right in the middle. I'm going to put another node right there. So now the node right there, you can barely see it. I'm going to take an indexing line and put it right there. Then I'm going to take these two shapes, holding down the control button so it stays even. I'm going to put that one right there. So I don't really need this one. I'm going to delete it. These are 52 inches apart. That's a little bit concerning because it's taking the edges. So we're going to go ahead and make that 50 inches. We're going to probably have to change it in a second. And what that did, that brought this one out to the line, which is good, which is fine. I'm going to select it all and Control D. While holding down the control button, I'm going to mirror it to the other side. So now we have our little triangle in the middle that we actually kind of want. I'm going to go ahead and make a shape out of that triangle. I got a little leak there. It's not perfect. Oh, so for a second, I'm going to move my line out of the way. I'm going to set my nudge factor on like 2 inches. I'm going to nudge this out of the way 2 inches. And I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool and got a little leak, so that's fine. I'm going to take that shape while holding down the control button and just move it out a little bit. And then I'm going to try to move the other one. We're going to align and distribute anyway. Well, you know what I want to do first? I want to go ahead and make that shape. I'm going to go ahead and nudge it up to 2 inches. Then I can move. Don't worry about how far you're moving it because we're going to align and distribute it. I'm going to go ahead and left click, right click. Now we got all these items. we're gonna take, I keep grabbing I wanna grab this one, hold down the shift and grab that one. I probably could have eliminated a couple of steps I just did. I'm gonna blend it, let's say 10 times. That worked pretty well. Now I'm not gonna, you know what? I didn't even have to do all this work. I do want that center square. I'm gonna take this and Control D and then mirror it. There we go. Now, so I didn't have to do, the other steps I did, you really don't have to do because I didn't think about blending. Now this one is a little bit different, but if we take it right there and Control D and make a duplicate while holding down the control button, we'll put it over there. Now we got two triangles, which wouldn't be a bad thing, but we're gonna go ahead and delete that one because we're gonna align and distribute these guys now. So first of all, I'm gonna just move my line out of the way. We're gonna measure this. We're 101, we'll make it 100. And now we're gonna get out the line and distribute. We're gonna go to Windows, Dockers, Align and Distribute. And this, today, we're gonna use this one right here, which is distance between the items. So now everything's spaced out good. We are gonna group this together. You can see it's 100 inches. We're gonna go to Object, Group, and Group. Now what we need to do is make this a brush stroke. So we're gonna get the Artistic Media tool and we're gonna hit the plus sign right there. And we're gonna call this, I've already did one, they called 100. So I'm gonna call it 100.2. Now we got our Artistic Media tool. I'm gonna click on that. Now you need to change the size. And look what it did. It put it around the circle. And now our circle is perfect. Now I did a few things wrong because now I've got a center deal that I don't have in the other, but I filled them all in with green and they look good. You know, it's a little bit different pattern from the top to the bottom. And you can adjust your length. Let's just do that real quick. Let's back up here and let's make this 99 inches. See what that does. Click on it, it's still grouped together. Go to our Artistic Media tool, hit the Save button. We'll call this one 99. Excuse me, 99. Hit Save, and now we're gonna hit it on our curve. For some reason, we have to change the stroke width. So now we have, well, we still have that same box. I didn't quite make it short enough. But you could play around with that. You've got plenty of things you can do. Let's make it, let's do one more time. Let's make this, well, for some reason it's, maybe I didn't change it to 99. We're gonna go to the Artistic Media tool again, hit the Save button. We'll call this one 99. We've already got one, so we'll make it 99.1. We've got the Artistic Media tool, and we're just gonna bump it up. Now, still pretty much the same thing. Maybe I need to make it less or go to that 99, but regardless, it's a cool pattern. Take away the outline and bring in a black box. And that's a pretty cool pattern. I mean, it's a little bit different both ways, and you could, you know, if you fix this correctly with the distance, I guarantee you can get both on the other side. Or what you can always do, let's take away that. So this is all kind of grouped together. Go to Group, select it all, break the Artistic Media apart. Now we have that circle we can get rid of. Now we can go to Object, Group, and Ungroup. We could take away half this. I guess I got to break, ungroup all maybe. Yep. All right, now select it all, but don't get that bottom little one and hit Delete. Now group this together, Control G, while holding down the control button, just flip it. I didn't make Control D. So now you have that pattern where you have that little square tilted on the same plane. Let's take a black box, just go, whoop, that's my one I had to copy off of. And you can kind of see the pattern. Pretty cool design, pretty cool way to do it. Everything's equal because we use the line and distribute. And of course you can always make it any color you want. You could make the top red. And let's make it all red. And let's group it together. And this is what we were doing yesterday, or just a little while ago, I guess, for you. Take the interactive fill tool and grab that red, and see now you got red and white. Pretty cool. Hope that helped just a little bit. Thank you for watching.